But the information that you'd bring into a courtroom, I believe it would be found that this police officer did nothing wrong. A chokehold is not illegal. This was a takedown maneuver.
What do you think, thinking and looking over the case and what you know, what do you think some of the evidence they're going to be looking at?
I think they're going to look at our training. I think they're going to look at the positioning of his hands. And if they do that impassionately, they'll see that this was a takedown maneuver, as we're trained to do, not a chokehold, which is not illegal and did not cause this gentleman's death. The problem here is that he resisted arrest. He chose to say, I'm not going. And a police officer doesn't have that option. Must make that arrest. He effected that arrest, and unfortunately, in this case, there was a tragedy.
Who can predict how do you think this will be a lengthy hearing of testimony, or you never know with these cases?
You never know how long it's going to take, and it's not about speed. It's about getting it right, and it's about getting justice. This police officer and the citizens deserve justice. That means presenting it impassionately, fairly, just based on the evidence, not the emotion.
If he is indicted, what next?
I think then we'll be going to court, but we'll do one step at a time. I believe there should be no indictment in this case because this police officer did what he's trained to do. If they go on that, then there won't be an indictment here, and we won't have to take that second step.
Okay, so Pat, clarify for me. You're saying it's not a chokehold, it's a takedown maneuver. What would be the difference?
It's called a seatbelt maneuver. It's what we're trained to do to take a person down to the ground. If you look at the positioning of the arms, one of the police officer's arms was under the gentleman's armpit, the other went over the shoulder. That's not a chokehold, which is also not illegal. And if you look at the ME's report when it's finally released, I believe the contributing factors will be his health, his high blood pressure, and his asthma. This was a shorter police officer taking a taller man down to the ground, as we trained to do.
So you're saying he followed the rules and the regulations of the department?
He followed the rules and the regulations of the department as we're trained to do, and I believe that evidence should be presented.